welcome back to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, there were heated discussions on mainly decisions around Umbra and resolving how to handle him. And it was eventually decided that he would go to a morgue room, which has never been on a ship, but hey, this is your ship. And where we essentially left off, I'm just going to speed it up to this point, is Kethra going to tell Umbra the news.
Tim.
You've already told Tim.
Tim's going to tell Umbra.
Oh, Tim's
Yes,
going to tell
yes,
Umbra.
Tim was going to tell Umbra.
Apologies. Tim is going to tell Umbra.
Ketra's currently in the crow's nest because she's taken over.
Ah, yes, took over from Elena.
Right. Are we doing this first then?
Yes.
Okay. Tim approaches the infirmary. Heavy footsteps. He touches the doorknob.
Fuck, I forgot. Welcome. We welcome donations.
He opens the door, passes through to the other side, touches the doorknob again to close the door behind him.
Oh my God.
Welcome. We welcome donations.
He lets out a heavy sigh. I'm going to miss that voice. What is Umbra doing?
He's currently constructing a bone saw.
Okay, so the usual.
Yep. He looks very happy.
Hey, I have good news and bad news, my friend.
I can keep the body.
That was the bad news.
I see. I'm sure the captain had her reasons.
Yes, I've mulled it over, and we will be able to find another suitable candidate, I'm sure.
I truly hope so.
We must.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you go on.
It would be a shame to let such an opportunity slip through our fingers.
Yes, perhaps once the heat dies down a little, so to speak, we could have another crack at it.
I would most welcome another chance.
But for now, best behavior, my friend. You can only, or rather, we can only take interest in the corpses of our foes for now, it would seem.
A most wise decision. Yes.
Yes. Good to hear we're on the same page. Also, the bad news.
I thought that was the bad.
You're being kicked out of the infirmary.
Umbra kind of freezes for a moment in the middle of constructing his bone saw, and a few moments stretch out.
Do not fret, my friend. You will still be able to carry out your work.
Resumes making the bone saw. My work will be unimpeded.
No, not hugely.
Perhaps I could be the backup surgeon.
Yes. I of course I would still love to have you intern with me. Your skills are greatly appreciated, my friend.
Where will I be relocated to?
We are making you a morgue. Down by the dunny.
And I may continue my work.
Yes, through the other officers, and trust me, I fought them on this, but they take issue with the decorations.
May I decorate the morgue?
Perhaps take it slowly.
I see. Only what I have.
Save the doorknob for a few weeks, perhaps.
I'm afraid that may not be possible.
I did say this was non-negotiable.
But what if I require donations?
This is just what I said. around. People.
Most excellent idea. Very well. I will take the doorknob with me.
An excellent idea. I'll help you shift the rest of your gear downstairs, though I must say, the mayor barrel, it stays here.
Very good, very good. I hope I have not exceeded your instructions in any way.
Oh, no, just a slight misunderstanding with the body and the bone breaking was a sore point.
I did obtain consent.
Yes, I'm not arguing there. I'm not arguing there. Sorry, go on.
Are there many foes that we will encounter?
Judging by how we've done so far, yes. We'll be drowning in bodies, don't you worry.
I would be most glad to help dispose of such cadavers.
Yes. Can't think of a better man for the job.
Oh my god. You should work for the Toad Father, you know that.
One final request, if I can.
Yes.
These tools are quite valuable and unique, especially once completed. Perhaps if I could be provided with a lock and key for the morgue.
That sounds like a question for Gruzeel.
I guess so. Yeah.
Gruzeel.
He's not anywhere near you.
I don't see why not. No, that was him saying to Umbra.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I can't handle stock, but I'll put in a good word for you.
That would be most appreciated. And actually, no, that's fine. May I offer you a calming draft to
Yes. Oh, hit me.
Ooh, wait, are you? Is this consent?
Consent to give me a calming draft, you madman.
Experiment!
How did you manage to make that sound so sinister? Ow! What the hell have I walked into it?
That's a fucking experiment.
This is why we need you.
I am a temporary character. I am not going to be here for very long. Sort your own awfulness out.
As long as you leave the body behind as your character, that's fine.
God. Oh wow.
Oh,
That's...
Yeah.
I am reasonably certain it will come.
just experiments. It doesn't count.
Sorry, what was the last sentence?
He's reasonably certain it will calm you.
What if it doesn't?
Then I must insist you stay here so I may reassure you.
Well, I can't see that going wrong.
Famous last words.
Tim gladly accepts the concoction.
Oh,
You're gonna
no.
accept?
Oh, yeah.
Tim.
I need to talk about something. Can you check your Discord?
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Am I checking Discord, sorry?
No, I'm guessing Arthur.
It's for which result's gonna be.
Oh,
Just
this is
let me
awful.
roll if it's gonna kill me.
This is terrible. You should have rolled against that side effects table.
We have something.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Lovely.
Yes,
I'm
so-
sure Arthur is prepared.
So following this, I'm happy. I'm done. So I'm happy to move the stuff down to the morgue.
Depends what happens. When you
Yes, of course. Yeah, unless I'm dead.
You age further. That's terrible.
We reverse
man.
aging back into baby Tim.
You never know. Could you imagine? Completely opposite.
be great.
That'd be testing out your vocal range.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even remember what Tim's original voice was.
I am dead impressed by the voices, by the way.
It's the only one I can do. Just help that my throat's fucked.
You're doing well, considering you're ill.
I know.
Okay, so
Oh my
Umbra
Oh, no.
That's not,
Umbra
that's
will-
not a reaction you want your...
Umbra will take out a sort of thick, gloopy.
You might be fucked, dog.
It's an orangey sort of potion. You think there might be? Have you drunk like juice with like bits in it? It's a bit like
Yeah,
bit
hate
like
it.
bits in it. Yeah.
Pulp.
And he'll give it to you.
Wow.
Like swirls it around and allows the bits to settle to the bottom. Because as we know, he doesn't like gritty things. Like it just reminds him of sand. And
no!
he doesn't like either of those things, so he allows the sediment to settle to the bottom. He's like,
Bottoms up!
and gulps it all down in one.
Wow.
When you look back down after gulping, there's a notebook and pen in Umbra's hands.
Tim,
What are you writing there?
Tim,
Yeah.
you feel this drink was not like a medicine you've had before. It was thick,
Mhm.
gloopy, pulp definitely was in there. And you begin to see your hands, on the palm of your hands, something you can't tell. Is it a wart? A mole? It's kind of odd. It's like a weird elongated bump.
Umbra,
That's it for now.
Wow. Oh no.
this is
How are
not
you?
soothing my nerves.
How are you feeling? Please describe the effects.
More anxious than before, can you not see?
Are you showing him the hands?
Yes.
Okay, he'll kind of look at you. He'll take it very delicately and be like, "Oh, very, very."
Umbra,
Yes,
when
sir.
you look at the hands, these bumps,
Mhm.
they're raising like he's just hit them. Like a bump on the head, swelling raises quite quickly.
They're multiple.
They're raising.
Perhaps you should remain here with me for the time being.
Am I growing more fingers, my friend?
I'm not quite sure.
What did you make it out of?
It's I cannot describe.
Are you some sort of amateur?
He looks very affronted at this and says, this is how progress is made.
I placed my trust in you,
Are you
and I am quite distressed.
are you sure you don't feel calm?
No,
Do you feel any other?
far less than before.
Are there any other emotions? Please describe how you're feeling.
Anger,
Yes.
fear.
Start scribbling.
Tim, something else. Your hands, they feel hot. And these particular bumps and raises kind of feel like very slight growing pains.
Oh, I don't like this one bit, Umbra. You start moving your things out at once. I shall take to my own healing for this.
And he pops the lid off of the mayonnaise bucket barrel and just plunges his hands in.
It feels cool
Yeah.
and squelching.
So now we've got hot mayonnaise.
I don't
He's
even want to
looking
know.
Oh.
I'm just gonna edge a bit closer, still scribbling furiously.
Oh my word.
This is why you need consent.
Exactly.
I mean, he gave me consent.
Tim,
I feel that Umbra needs another word in that. Informed.
Yes, unfortunately that wasn't part of the agreement. We're not contract writers.
Informed consent.
I think there will be amendments to this agreement.
Now.
It's got to go to either myself or Gruzeel first, but Tim, why?
Oh no.
Tim was like firmly in Umbra's corner. But
Hubris,
this
Tim.
definitely struck some fear into his heart. Quite angry at Umbra. The thing is, like, as angry as he would get, I don't think he would like yell at Umbra to go or anything. So I'm fine waiting. Really.
Umbra also will wait.
Oh my god, just waiting it out.
Yeah.
He'll occasionally sort of whisper how Tim is, how is he feeling, what ratio of emotions is he feeling.
It's still anger and hot hands.
What percentage?
Oh my god.
Scale of 1 to 10.
It's rising.
Oh my god. I mean, is it like a hard, like is the lump hard, or is it like squishy?
He said it sounded like growth, so
It's like a bump on the head. If you touch it, it's squishy, but it's definitely raised, and it bounces back.
Alright. That doesn't sound pleasant.
I'm not sure this was a wise decision, Haiss.
Yeah, I could have given a normal potion, but I think
you knew what you were giving me.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was a more experimental one, shall we say?
Oh my god.
I could actually brew a 100% calming draft if given enough time, but
Wow.
You know,
I didn't have enough time.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll wait until something else happens, Arthur.
Come back and
Oh dear.
Is that bad?
come back and Tim's got no
Someone
hands.
Right. So, Alarias, have you gone back to your office, your
I'm
quarters,
right about to die. Yeah.
carry on with the thing?
Well,
Okay,
I
so-
just got screwed over by this notebook.
Yeah. So after that happens, you hear someone. Is there a lock on your door?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You hear someone trying to come in, and they're getting really forceful, and they're almost getting frustrated with it.
I'm just gonna shout at the door. Who's there? Who's trying to get in?
What are you doing in my room?
Excuse me? What do you mean this is my room? Who are you?
It is Elena. What are you doing in my room?
What's the time of day?
It's sort of getting to the. I'm gonna say like not much else happens over the day. I'll get back to you, Tim. But it's coming to sort of the afternoon, evening.
Oh, okay. I'll open the door then, in that case. And I'll just say, why do you think this is your room?
She looks at you confused, and then she looks over your shoulder, sees the room, and you see her genuinely confused. And then she sort of looks around and kind of looks down and goes, sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, you better ask your mistake. What are you doing, Elena?
I'm sorry. Apologies. It will not happen again. And she
Okay.
scuffles off to her room.
Okay. Where? Oh yeah, the room's there.
Literally across.
Has she got a lock on her room?
Yep, and you hear it firmly shut. Is there anything anybody else would like to do today?
We don't have to RP it, but Gruzeel was just going to talk to Berry and see how, just check in with him, see if he's okay. Because he hasn't spoken to him for quite a while.
Roll insight.
Insight? What's my insight? Okay. 15.
Oh, taking a sip.
Berry seems okay, but there's something that's been off about Berry. Something different about Berry.
Can I ask him what? I mean, should we RP it then if we're gonna?
It depends on if you want to prod.
I do. Well, yeah, he will. Because Gruzeel's a concerned person. He'll,
Okay.
you know.
It's just okay. Just I know you were there, and I know the captain has said about this whole self-sacrifice. Johnny just doesn't make sense to me, and it just doesn't feel right. Now, Gruzeel, you're a good guy. Can you tell me what happened? Look, I sailed with Bloodbeard for a while. It's not like I haven't seen horrors. I can't be with a captain that's dishonest.
Oh,
Jesus.
Here we go.
it's not a good idea. Gruzeel's the worst person to...
Make the right decision, Gruzeel.
Oh, it's going to be terrible because he can't.
Yeah.
Alright.
Make the right decision, Gruzeel. I'm in the crow's nest, so
Yeah. Well, you can't hear it though. Surely you're too far up.
I could hear it. You never know.
Do you
don't
want to
know.
roll perception?
You
Your
don't-
passive isn't going to do it.
I could. You don't know that.
No,
He
I
doesn't-
do.
He doesn't know that.
Oh, okay.
No, well, no. Well, like the captain said, we went there. We were planning because basically they wanted to mark one of us to track us. We figured Johnny would be the best person to nominate. We obviously asked him first, and he was okay with it. We went there, and well, it turns out, much to my surprise, that Johnny was a thief.
That was a surprise to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, he seems
He's
like
called Johnny Four Fingers.
yeah. Well,
Have you ever heard of a five-finger discount?
yeah.
What does that mean, Gruzeel?
Yeah, but he's only got 4 fingers.
Oh, fuck. Carry on.
But he probably just, I don't know, it was an accident or something. Maybe a shark bit it.
Right. Carry on.
Okay, anyway. So he went there, and apparently he's a thief, and he had stolen from this frogman. And he didn't take too kindly to that, and basically kind of took him. We couldn't really do much. Yeah.
So why'd the captain lie?
Well, I think probably to more. I think it was like a morale thing. It's not like we threw him or something. Like it was a kind of a lose situation. You see.
I see.
And out of protection, I guess, for the rest of you, we wouldn't want you to think that Johnny was left in vain. Trying to paint him to be a grand person, and so people think of him highly. Things like that, you see. So it wasn't like lying. Well, I mean, kind of, but trying to be nice about it. Try to,
Gruzeel, look. We're pirates. We're all thieves.
I mean,
I think you should be quite clear about that.
I'm a nice person.
You are a lovely person, but as pirates, categorically,
Oh yes.
we are thieves.
We don't really have to be. We could be good pirates.
Right.
You know.
Okay. Look, Gruzeel, thank you for telling me the truth. It's nice to actually know. I think maybe don't tell the captain that you told me straight away, but just she should know we're all adults here. We can handle it.
Barry's not an adult.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, you're driving a ship. You know, you can't be a child and do that because you couldn't really see where you're going.
Exactly. I'd be too short, wouldn't I?
Well, exactly.
Wouldn't be able to see over the banister.
Exactly. Well, there you go.
So
makes sense. Makes sense.
we can handle the truth. Worse things have been done. All we expect from a captain is to be firm in their decision and to be strong.
Makes sense. But I can't make the decisions. I'm not the captain, you see.
I know, but as quartermaster, you're there to, temper the captain, help them see how to be a better captain.
Oh, I see. See, I wasn't really like in that kind of thing. Last time I was in a crew, there was someone else that did that.
Right, yeah. Pirate crews are a little bit different.
Ah, I see.
It's not about office or station here. It's democracy.
Ah, well, next time I'll try to like persuade the captain, but she can be quite
Stubborn.
yes,
That's why she's captain.
yes. She's a good captain though. I think, if
Look,
it could be worse. Umbra could be.
I've
our
been
captain.
sailing with all of you for a few weeks, and this has been the one blip.
Oh.
I can't imagine it being this bad.
Well, he'll put his-
Really, like I had worse times with Bloodbeard, if I'm honest.
from the short time I kind of knew him, that kind of makes sense, really.
He's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Really, really terrifying.
I mean, to be fair, if you've got kind of blood in your name, you kind of have that extra level of, no one called Bloodbeard's going to be a pleasant person. Let's face it.
I know. He was in a rage once. Really thought he was going to stab me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I won't stab you.
Oh well, I didn't think you would, Gruzeel.
That's all right. As long as you're reassured.
Thank you, Gruzeel. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I would consider your duty done well.
Oh, thank you, Barry. You're doing a good job as well.
Thank you, sir.
If you ever have any problems, my door is always locked, but you can knock on it.
Right. That's fine. Yep.
Alright, then just all give him a nod and walk off.
Cool. So does anybody want to do anything else?
No.
What happens with Tim?
Did you
Tim.
do your thing with Elena in the crow's nest?
No, she was going to bed.
Oh, you saw places with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tim,
Yes.
in the nights, so we all can have a short rest.
Where's Tim gone to sleep? Has he gone back to his quarters?
He will
yes,
will
would do.
he
If
will
he's
likely
got
have
Umbra
gone to his
hanging over
quarters.
him, he's not gone to sleep at all, has he? I wouldn't fucking sleep with him
No,
in the room.
yes, he is still in the infirmary.
Okay.
He's fallen asleep with his hands in the bucket. In the barrel, sorry.
I'm just
Oh my
going to take the hands out of the barrel.
Oh my
Take
god.
them
Oh,
aside.
What, while he's sleeping?
I mean, he needs to see what's going on.
Are you gonna try and do it so he doesn't wake up, or are you gonna wake him up?
I won't wake him up. Yeah, I'll do it like stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth then.
Do you want my passive perception?
I got it.
Wonderful. That's a good DM.
I got an 18 raw, so. that's-
18. You're fine.
raw,
He's
so-
out.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I'm just placing them so I can see the hands. I need to see
Question
what's
is,
going
does Tim wet himself because he's got his hand in
Okay.
the bucket of mayo?
No. Tim's hands. These bumps, as you look at them now, they've become softer to touch, and they sort of, there seems to be a line forming in the center. It's,
Oh no.
you're not quite sure, but it definitely looks like it's not done doing whatever it's doing. Both hands look like this.
Is,
Can I take a sketch?
is it like is it horizontal like that way?
It's definitely that way.
Oh no.
Can I take a sketch?
Yeah, so you take a sketch. So it's essentially, best way to describe it is it's a raised, elongated bump with a slight dimple in the middle and almost a blackish line forming in the center.
Okay.
I have suspicions.
I'm sure you do. Right. Tim,
Yes.
you sleep like a baby.
As always.
And check your Discord. You will get your short rest.
Mm-hmm.
That I think is it for the night. Everybody can have a short rest if they want. If they want to spend any hit die.
I'll move all my stuff down to the morgue and then I'll rest.
Okay, you will need your rest, otherwise you're gonna.
Yeah, I've already stayed up one night, so
Yeah.
I'll get some sleep this time.
I'll say what you essentially get through, like, because Tim became indisposed. You get through probably like half of your equipment plan to bring to the morgue, and
Okay.
you get so tired that you just figure you're going to do it tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Okay.
I'll sleep in the morgue.
You'll sleep in the morgue. Of course you will. Okay. Seagulls, whooshing of waves, the wind soaring, you all awake to a new day. It is bright. It is sunny. Who is at the helm in the morning?
So it'd be probably our standard affair. So I would have done the first 4 hours, and then Alarias would probably do the first ones in the morning, and I'll be asleep for the first 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll probably be on the helm.
You'll be on the helm. Who is in the crow's nest?
I would still be waiting for Elena to come and swap.
She doesn't come at her usual time.
Ooh.
Yay.
So you're just going to stay there?
I'm gonna shout down to Alarias and be like, "Yo, you seen Elena?"
You have not.
Darby, seeing Elena.
She's been acting weird though. She thought that my room was hers. Bit of an insult to me, really.
You see her very echoey. Fuck me. And I'll go down and try and investigate Elena.
So you go to her door?
Tap, tip, tap it away. Oh. And she's dead!
Do you knock?
Well, duh. How else do you assess a door?
You hear gentle footsteps, and then you hear and the door then opens, and she's standing there with her head low. Yes, Captain.
You're right there, Elena. I'm surprised you didn't come change over for watch.
For what?
For watch on the crow's nest.
Watch. Yes, watch. I'm so sorry, Captain. I will go immediately.
Wait, Elena. What's going on?
I've just been having some trouble.
Do you want to talk about it? Come to my office.
No, I think I will get on with my duties, Captain.
No,
we can
we
discuss
got-
this later.
We got time, Elena. It's okay. If you got troubles, we can talk.
I would much rather talk to you later after I've done my duties. It is very dishonorable of me to have not done what I was meant to do. Please,
Elena, I'm the captain. Please, come.
okay. Alarias, can you make a perception check, please?
Sure can.
Also, quick survival one for sailing.
I'll get Barry
Oh,
to go in the
shit.
crow's nest while.
Yes, Captain. Of course.
Okay, so that's nat 1 for perception.
Good.
It's a good thing Barry's in the crow's nest.
What was the second roll?
Survival.
Survival.
That's 17.
So you
So-
sail great, but you don't know where you're going.
You're really focused on keeping the helm steady. Really focused. You're keeping it steady every time the wind feels like it's creeping the ship. You turn it back. You're like, okay, I've got this. I can do this in a straight line. But you focus so much. All you're staring at is the helm. Everything else is just a blur in the background.
Okay.
Going in a straight line.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Right. Let's quickly get on with this conversation. So, where are you taking her? War room or office or
Office.
quarters? Office. So you go into the office. She's looking down.
What's up, Elena?
Um, I asked to join you on this journey, and um, was on my previous journey to meet someone in fleet because I thought they could help me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem. A very, very frustrating problem.
Memory issues?
You can see she's visibly sunken by you saying it. Yes,
That's alright. I forget things all the time.
it is
Be surprised
more
if I
than
forget.
that. I am. It is no curse, no cleric has been able to solve it. No doctor, no magician. It is something untouchable, it seems. So I wish to go to the slums of Fleet because I have heard of someone there that can help you find the right path for you.
To where?
It sounds silly, but I have tried everything else. She is some kind of fortune teller. She has visions for people about where they should go, or what they should do in their immediate future. It sounds stupid to say it out loud.
I wouldn't say it's stupid, but I mean, if she tells you your near future, isn't that a risk of you forgetting it anyway?
Perhaps, but I have no other choice. I must find a remedy, otherwise I shall forget everything. I have spent so long perfecting my technique, trying to become the best I can be. And this, and she points at her head, is what's going to fail me. And I do not wish to let that happen. This is not how I want to go.
I understand.
And she's visibly getting teary, but trying to hold it back.
I'm gonna awkwardly hold her on a shoulder and be like, so you know Umbra.
Oh no.
The creepy one, yes.
Yes. He's doing some weird experiments with like a brain in a jar, right?
I am not so sure I am willing to let him try
No.
anything.
I completely understand, but I think some of his experimentation could potentially benefit you, for all we know. For nothing, for the fact that if nothing else has worked, what harm can this do? As long as what we need to do is focus Umbra. He's very scatty with what his things are. If we can focus him to focus on the mind memory things, then maybe that will help him
Good
a lot.
idea, actually, I think.
Perhaps. All I know is I'm running out of time.
Like Matt
And
said,
if-
it's like a clear.
If I can have something to extend that time, I will take that chance.
Well, we've got all the time until we do our prison break coming up, and to getting you to the slums of Fleet. So in that time, we could see what focus we can shift on to Umbra for his experimentation.
I
Be back.
thank you, Captain.
We can at least try.
I thank you, Captain.
Us girls gotta stick together, you know.
Thank you, Captain. I just I fear I will not make it so far. But I was not born for this. I was born for a more dramatic death.
Well, if we know it's going to end soon, what better dramatic way than to be taking out a prison for the fleet?
There will be enough tales, I suppose. Thank you, Captain, but I would like if we could keep this
Certainly.
private.
I'll try and deal with Umbra personally, so that it's between as few people as possible.
Thank you. I will go back to my duties now.
Sure.
It is good to focus the mind on something.
Certainly.
And she walks away and begins climbing up the rigging.
Sweet.
Taska.
Yes?
Oh.
As you are sailing back from a recent dive, you see a ship seemingly made of bone coming toward you.
I take it this is not a usual occurrence?
Ships tend to try to navigate around you, but it seems this one has not seen you.
Oh, when you say coming towards you, you mean heading right
I
at
mean
me?
heading right at you, yes.
Then we are taking evasive action.
Could you roll? Yeah, could you roll dexterity? A dexterity saving throw, please.
Absolutely. If you crash your ship into my ship, I will not be impressed. That is an 18. What's my thing for dex? +2. That's an unnatural 20.
Great. So, as you see this ship, suddenly you're like, oh no.
Oh,
You
shit.
swing your entire weight and everything you can into steering your ship aside, and just as the bow of their ship is coming towards you, the waves, it begins to part. You carry yourself on those waves to go just alongside its left side.
She is going to scream at the ship in general, hoping that there's actually someone on there that can hear her. Watch where you're fucking going!
Everyone on board, apart from anyone who's asleep, or in the
Possibly even then.
and Umbra, I think you won't hear it either.
I don't know,
Um,
she's probably closer to Umbra than she is to anybody else.
Oh yeah, good
given
point
he's
actually, because you're in the
bottom of
infirmary, aren't you?
No, he's in his morgue now.
He's in the
Oh,
morgue.
morgue, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Meaning that he's quite close to the waterline as far as I
So-
can tell.
Umbra,
Mhm.
I think I'd be too, because this is right in the morning,
Alarias,
isn't it?
Gruzeel, you're going to be very asleep
Yeah,
at
I'm
this
asleep,
point, so
yeah.
I'm going to say you're not going to be able to hear it. Kethra and pretty much everyone else on board is going to hear this screaming.
Charge over to the left side of the boat.
And
I'm just going to run to Tim's room.
right,
I assume it's coming from there.
Well, just in case it's Tim that's screaming.
Tim's fine.
Is he asleep?
Tim hasn't woken up yet, but he might have woken up now. Tim, how do we feel about waking up to this screaming?
Someone yelling.
Also, apologies, I did not get to removing the background for the token.
Yeah, sorry, I only actually thought to remember to get a token the other day, so yeah.
But
Is Tim in
shitty
his room?
background.
I think Tim's in his room. Tim would have heard it.
I think Dom's delay while over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can't hear Dom, although I see his
Dom.
icon lighting up. But
I can't hear Dom either.
Louise, if you'd like to describe what your character looks like to those that have gone over to the side of the ship to see you.
Yeah, having screamed, watch where you're fucking going, she's now shouting at a slightly less angry tone. like ahoy the bone ship. Is anybody awake up there?
No fucking way. Taska.
She's a fairly typical looking lizard folk. Mottled black-grey skin, a row of spines that starts on her head, goes all the way down her back, and by the time it gets to her tail is almost a fin, like of long webbed spines.
Nice. She's
not wearing a huge amount of clothing at the moment. It's like wearing a cross bandolier. And, like, well, I suppose it's a skirt, possibly a kilt. But all of it's very salt-stained, and she's got, like, a very small, like, very patched boat that can easily be sailed by only one person. You certainly can't see anybody else. But hearing her name, she's going to be even more surprised when she nearly got run over. Given I'm heading... Which direction am I heading in?
Well, you're currently being brought to the back of the ship.
I'm heading that way, aren't I?
Yeah, you're heading that direction.
Given somebody has hailed me by my name, can I turn?
Yeah, so if you can try to steer your ship around and catch the wind, but you're going to be sailing against the sort of...
The water being pushed away from the ship, I guess.
Yeah, that one, the backdraft or whatever it's
my
called.
plan is to sort of do a big loop and come round like that. So I'll be pushed away.
And then you'll curve
I'll
around.
then steer back, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Can
That's
I delete
fine.
this thing I've just drawn?
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a clear all
scribble.
drawing thing.
There we go. Yeah, she'll wave at whoever. She can't really. I figure I can't really see very well whoever's hanging over the side of the ship.
I think you should be able to see. You'll see a head.
Yeah,
I believe you'll recognise that head.
Roughly, yeah. She'll wave and then she'll try and like steer round and bring herself
I'll
alongside.
sling a rope down so that you could tie the ship to us, so that we can go at the same speed.
Yeah, can I do I have to roll for that, or does my previous roll count?
No. You'll be fine for tying the. So you'll basically tie the tip or the
tip of the bow.
The tip of the bow to the rope, and you'll make sure to give yourself enough slack so you're slightly behind the ship, because otherwise your boat's just going to keep bashing into theirs. But then you'll be tied on, and
I'll be like here.
Yeah, basically. And but you can with your skills you can comfortably either swim up to the side of the ship and then use.
Well, if I swim up, I've then got to climb the ship, which is a bit of a...
Or you can climb the rope.
Climbing the rope is probably easier than climbing the ship.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, she'll climb the ship probably up to like this point.
Okay, so you'll get on.
This point, I guess.
Yeah.
Wherever
do you want to go on top deck or main deck?
Well, it depends where the rope was slung from. If the rope was slung from the main deck, then I.
Yeah, it would have been slung from the main deck. So.
Then the rope will, have because the top deck sort of goes up in an L shape, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you.
I won't be able to get that high. So
you'll end up essentially on this corner, I would say.
Yeah. Ta-da, there I am. Would make me a bit smaller.
I will make you a little bit smaller.
Because I'm taking up a lot of room by dint of having a background.
I will have to do. Otherwise, you're grossly small. Right. There you are. You see, Kethra, you see Taska before you, and Taska, you see Kethra before you.
No fucking way. This is amazing. Sorry about
What the hell are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Sailing.
Doing what I usually do, yeah, sailing. I didn't know you had a boat. A full ship, no less. Made of bone.
Have you know? Well, it's very recent. We there was a dead guy that we helped be happy again, and then he gifted us the ship.
A dead guy.
Yeah. Like
a ghost.
Somewhat. It was like a ghost ship, and it was like stuck on some rocks, and then we helped clear the dead people on it, and then We helped restore part of the ship, take it off the rocks. He made one of my crew really old. But yeah, he gifted us the ship, and I became the captain.
Going up in the world.
Yeah, it's great. How you been?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Although whoever is at the helm or on lookout duty is shit.
Barry begins to climb down the rigging.
Sorry, there's a bit of a delay in swapping around the crow's nest, so.
I was nearly flattened.
Well, I mean, at least you're not. I mean, it's great sailing by you. So.
You're being given an unimpressed look insofar as a Lizardfolk has got.
As Barry climbs down and sees you on the ship and sees your sort of boat just sailing behind, it's just like, oh, I thought you were a whale.
Wow.
Sorry.
How many whales have you met with sails? Sorry, I've just realised I'm being a bit loud and it's quite late. Both families next to me have got young kids.
Well, I'm the rigger.
Yeah,
I'm not usually lookout, so.
It's okay, Barry. Once we get a crew, that won't happen. You won't we need to do that often.
Yes, Captain. Can I, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
As you were, you know.
She's just shaking her head.
Sorry, a bit
A
of a...
whale.
See Barry just go off and start dealing with some knots and tying rope.
We're in a bit of a skeleton crew going on, so but fun times still.
Where are you headed?
Currently to land. We had a elf teleport on to us, and so finding a bit of land to bury him for, to set up higher for him.
You had a dead person teleport.
Yeah, it sounds weirder than it is. Like, don't
It sounds very weird.
Like, don't get me started on the crew. They're nuts. But
Wow. He was alive when he teleported here, to be fair, you know.
but
Yeah, but you
itself,
That's not how it was explained.
told
No.
me that.
Yeah.
but like, but yeah. So it's complicated, you know. So he's an old guy, old elf person, elf elder. So out of respect, we're gonna find some
bury
land
him.
to set up higher for him to be off of the winds.
Speaking of Taska, you did pass land about a day ago.
But do I know where an island with wood is?
Yeah, so you passed essentially a long strip of sandy beach, but it had a small, almost oasis on one end of it with plenty of palm trees that could easily be used for fire.
I know
You
where there's
passed
an
it, you saw
island.
it from a distance, you never went on it.
Yeah. I know where there's an island. Unless you're
That'll do.
going somewhere specific.
No, just the closest thing to get the body off us. Really?
Fair. I wouldn't particularly want to be travelling with a dead body. Also, do I know which way I ought to be going to hit said island? Do they need to adjust their course?
Essentially, it's pretty much the heading they're taking, because that's where you've been coming from, but they may need to go slightly east.
Sure.
Tomato time.
Point us to the map, then we'll adjust the heading.
Would
She
you all like to
grins
look
at
at the
you.
world map?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just to say where you'll actually end up. Right, so
He grins at you
Essentially-
and says, "You're going to pay me?"
You're on our ship. That's payment enough, is it not? Meeting old friends. You'll certainly be fed.
so
No, I
it's
wasn't headed anywhere particular.
essentially here.
I can't. What world
You
map?
haven't
I can't
changed-
Yeah, we
see
haven't
it.
switched
You
it yet.
I haven't changed the
that
thing. I forget how rolled it is.
you haven't changed the players.
I haven't changed the players. There we go. Right. So you might need to zoom out a bit. You're just on the edge of the southwest region. It is is about here.
Oh,
So you will need to go southeast from your
That's
current location.
It's not too bad.
It won't take much of your time off thinking about it. If her boat took about a day, your
Okay,
ship will probably
Ship
get
under
there in
full
a few
sail.
hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to. In that case, you shrug and say you want to adjust east
He
and sort
agrees.
of
Sweet.
consider. She'll turn around until she's facing the direction the ship is facing. Look sort of measuringly at the sun and
Sorry, there's two suns.
the sun's then even better. Trigonometry. And sort of make a decided sort of point of slightly to the left of where you're currently headed.
Can you do a survival check for me?
See how much I fuck this up? Absolutely. What does
100%.
survival? Oh, I get a +4 for survival. Winner.
Told you you'd be useful.
Yeah. That is a 15.
Yep, you're fine.
Oh.
You're confident of this course.
I was only there like a day ago.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to forget, isn't it? So that is your course. Tim, can we get
I'll
Tim?
relay that new direction.
Okay.
Across.
So, Tim, you obviously heard this screaming. Would you have gotten up? And Umbra, are you in the room with him?
Yeah, I'd be in the room.
Or even if it's locked.
Is it locked?
Infirmary won't be locked.
Tim, it wasn't locked last time. Is it locked?
I don't think it would be.
No, didn't think so either. Are you in your shell or are you out?
Well, his hands were out, so out. He's like sleeping on his tummy.
Okay. Umbra, do you check his hands again?
Yep.
Good.
Is he awake at the moment?
I'm assuming, Tim, have you woken up to the shouting? I would expect
Yes,
so.
yes.
Okay, so as you wake up, Umbra is beginning to go towards your hands.
If he's awake enough, he would snatch them back into his shell.
How do you
How are you feeling, Mr. Tim?
Do my hands still hurt?
The pain, the growing pains are beginning to strengthen, and you look down at your hands, Tim.
Oh God.
It's almost like the bumps have risen either side, and one of them is becoming almost more pointed,
What the fuck have you done?
and there's a definite blackened line in the middle.
Right.
What have you done to me?
How is your emotional?
Worse than before.
I see. Most interesting. Perhaps,
Don't you have some sort of antidote?
perhaps we should observe the full effects before.
Observe this.
And Tim smacks
Shit.
smacks Umbra's notes out of his hand.
When you do this, are you doing this with an open palm or a backhand?
Probably doing it. Wait, is this happening on both hands?
Yes.
Open palm.
Open palm.
Or like, smack.
You feel like almost a different kind of reflex is trying to happen on your hands. One that wouldn't usually be there. And you know, like when you can feel your tongue in your mouth and you can't unfeel it?
Mm-hmm.
You have that sensation in your hands.
Can I move the growths?
You look at them and you focus on them and you see this black thin line begin to widen, and you realize on the palms of your hands are tiny Tortle beaks.
Oh, mouths! I've got mouths on my
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They're
no.
very small at the moment,
That's great.
but the growing pains are still there. So
Tim screams, and do the mouths join him?
yes, for a moment you look at your hands, you scream, and then they scream, and then you scream more, and then they scream more.
Oh
Definitely not calm.
god.
Tim is sorry. Umbra has died for his notes, so he's frantically scribbling to make sure he gets everything like word for word, exactly what's happening.
Oh wow.
He's also estimating percentages of his emotional state.
I think at this point Tim would run because obviously he can't plunge the mouths into the mayonnaise because they'll choke. So he
Would you
runs away
choke
to his-
though? Like,
runs
would,
to his-
how would?
I don't know. I don't want to even start thinking.
Umbra's
I mean, do what you want to do, man.
Umbra's gonna call after him. Wait, Tim.
Are you whispering?
Yeah.
He always whispering.
Definitely can't hear you over his massive footsteps.
Where's he running to?
As
I
you,
just. Oh wait, no. Were we in my room anyway?
yeah,
I,
well, you.
I thought I slept in the infirmary.
Yeah, I thought he was in.
Oh,
the
you did
said
sleep
that
in
he
the
did.
infirmary.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
he'll
sorry.
run
Right. So you both would have been in the infirmary because I
So he's
imagine.
running to his room now.
So he's running to his room now. So we'll put you in the room.
I'll follow him.
Fumbling with the lock on the door, trying to get it closed, but obviously having a lot of difficulties using his hands.
I mean, your fingers are still fine.
Yeah, but you know, he's shaking.
Yeah.
They're constantly
gonna
screaming
say-
at him.
I'm gonna say roll a deck, roll sleight of hand
With
with
disadvantage.
disadvantage, and let's see if you manage to do it before Umbra gets there.
Minus
Umbra's quite determined to get there.
-2. That is a 12.
You just managed to finish it before Umbra gets there. Just.
Umbra's gonna knock on the door.
Be gone from me, you foul urchin!
I can remove the growth if you'll accompany me to the morgue.
No, I don't want you touching my body anymore! And I'm not going to your morgue!
I assure you. I want.
How have you even got it set up? It's been hours!
I wish for nothing more than.
Your methods disgust me more than the else! God!
I wish to preserve the appendages.
Tim just sits against the door and withdraws into a shell.
I wish to preserve these immediately.
You can hear muffled sobbing from the other side of the door. 100% upset.
Oh, I feel that now. Umbra can remove them. Let him operate on you.
He doesn't
Oh.
trust you, man. He's not. No way is he letting you operate. He doesn't even know if you're a trained surgeon.
Oh, I don't think he even is. He's not even close.
He's not even a trained Umbra.
I know, but like, if he's made the tools, then presumably he has some idea what he's doing.
Yeah, I can definitely remove them with surgery.
But Tim does not believe that for a second.
Can you remove them with surgery?
I
You can try.
I preserve the brain. Surely I'd be able to remove the
It's
mouth.
slightly different, from moving a brain to moving
So-
hands that are ingrained into some,
And he didn't have the person moving, I assume.
Hands are very, very delicate
It's
objects.
a dangerous assumption to make.
Okay.
I mean,
All I'm gonna say is, if you want to try,
I'm
you
just
try.
gonna make. He's gonna stoop. He's gonna like lie down on the floor, so like his beak's kind of getting as much under the door frame as he can, and he'll say, "I wish to open my."
in the slight gap underneath the door, Tim, you see a white point poking underneath
It's
from
like
the
the,
mask
it's like
you
the
wear.
Shining all over again.
All I can see is him being like, covering his beak because it's stuck under the.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Tim.
I will help you. Let me cut you open.
Oh god.
You might as well be saying that.
Umbra's gonna insist on making amends. He's gonna whisper under the door. I insist you.
So Umbra's head is right up against the door.
Yeah.
Alarias, where are you at this point?
He's offering to help you.
He's on the
Probably.
Still,
You still be
Oh
steering.
yeah, you're on the helm.
But Gruzeel's.
I'm sleeping.
Gruzeel's asleep. I'm
Did we hear the screaming?
That's true.
yes.
I have a feeling.
Everyone heard the screaming. Okay, so for purposes, what you heard was a scream, then you heard an echo, or what you think is an echo of a scream, then you heard a scream again, then you heard an echo, assumedly again. But there's no place for an echo, so you don't really understand where it's come from. And Gruzeel, you're 100% awake.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, the repetitive screaming. I think
Fucking woke a Gruzeel up.
I'm constantly being woken up, man. I'm
Like-
always woken up.
You'll still get your short rest.
Oh, cool. Okay. So Gruzeel will venture out.
You'll see Umbra lying
Oh, yeah.
like flat on the ground, and his beak's like half under the doorframe,
That's
I don't stand on him.
and he's whispering stuff.
Umbra. I
Let's
think
go, Taska.
you missed the
What the
quarters.
fuck
They're over
is
there.
I obtained consent.
Of what?
Do you make that sound so menacing?
Umbra's new catchphrase. I obtained consent.
What? Consent for what? Exactly.
From who?
Oh, it's the captain there. Captain. I definitely did obtain consent.
What have you done, Umbra?
Speak up a bit, because I'm having trouble hearing
I
Umbra's
can't.
whisper.
But he whispers like that. That's how he is. So
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, but I can't hear him through my headphones.
Okay, let me try whispering louder.
So, sorry.
I obtained consent, Captain.
From who, Umbra? And what did you do?
From the subject.
Subject? One of the crew, Umbra?
He gave explicit consent.
What did we say, Umbra? Did we say you needed other consent? Did we not? From the person as well as myself or Gruzeel? Was that not clear, Umbra, before?
I actually don't remember that bit, so I'm just gonna look confused.
I'm not entirely sure if Tim got round to telling
He
you.
probably
I
did.
don't think Tim did tell him that bit.
I swear that was one of the rules when I first got Umbra on board.
No, it was consent from the person.
You said consent to
Yeah.
Umbra, but I think you specified to Tim consent from only you two, but Tim never relayed that
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
Because that was.
You disregarded it.
Because that was said in
Yeah,
an
didn't get
officers'
round to
meeting,
it.
but not obviously Umbra wasn't in the officers' meeting.
Anyway, Umbra's forgotten.
I wish to make amends.
Oh my god. Well, what did you do exactly before we get to that part?
Can Tim hear all this?
Oh yeah.
Tim rocks forward inside his shell with all his might, and then slams his weight backwards into the door. Send Umbra like sprawling.
Ow! You're fucking snap his beak off.
Oh, he's standing up now.
This is the face of a GM who doesn't know what that's gonna do.
Yeah, hold on.
Look at it.
There is a thing for crashing into something. What size are you again?
I'm actually
Right.
quite like a slight fellow, you know. He's
I think-
not-
I know, but
No, not you.
Oh.
Tim,
I'm medium.
you're medium, but you have a hard shell.
I was gonna say
Very
we're all medium, but I think Tim probably weighs a lot more than Umbra, given that he's a tortoise and Umbra's a bird.
Hold on,
Weighs more
I
than
do have a thing for this, and I
No,
actually have the book with me for it.
I don't have a weight. I don't have a weight for Tortles. That's weird.
Where
Cool, my sky crashed. I missed.
Tim is dense AF.
We're arguing about how much people weigh.
I've got
okay.
I've got the weight of a Kenku's
Kenku
Okay, here we go.
like half the weight of a person.
Right,
Tim.
Tim, what I'm going to say is, even though you're small, I'm going to count you as a medium, because you're heavy.
Thanks.
He is medium anyway. Tortles are.
Can you
medium.
roll a 1d10?
Umbra can take it. That's fine. Give you that shot.
8.
You take 8 damage, Umbra.
Yeah, eat it.
I'm on. Have I healed since the fight? I'm on 11.
Not unless you
Yeah.
physically roll.
Not unless you spend hit
die.
die.
No, Umbra doesn't care about such.
Umbra doesn't care about him die.
Doesn't care about getting hit.
He doesn't care about it, though. Tim, I think you
please
take...
knock him unconscious.
No. I've got health left, but I'm on 11 now.
terrible.
Tim, I'm gonna say you probably take 2 damage from that as
Fine
well.
by me.
Tim, are you okay, Tim? Were you the one?
No! I'm hideous! Look at this!
I mean, you're okay, Tim. I mean, I'm not really that kind of inclined, but you
Tim
are pretty
extends
alright.
two drippy palms towards Gruzeel's face.
Oh, you've opened the door.
They
Gruzeel,
moan.
when they come towards you, they are like tortoise beaks,
Huh.
protruding from the palms of his hand, and you swear while you're looking at them, they get a little bigger.
They foam and gnash.
Does that mean you're gonna eat triple the amount of food? Because I have to cost for that.
Again!
Well, that's better for us, I guess. But
I'm a monster!
I mean, you're all right, Tim. I mean, you know, you're a turtle man. I mean, there's an element of monster there already.
You are a unique specimen, Tim.
What did Umbra do this?
Yes!
With
Umbra.
consent.
Umbra, can you reverse this?
Yes.
How are you going to reverse this?
Either I can brew the counter antidote.
No more brews! I thought we were having a pint! And now look at me!
Tim, what I will say as well is that mechanically, what this means is, you know, your claw damage is 1d4.
Mm.
You now can either make that slashing or piercing, because it can either be a bite attack
That's
or a
pretty
claw attack.
Hell
If I
yeah,
can-
bite attacks.
I'm adding that because this is just ridiculous. And I genuinely thought when we decided to roll that table, it would not be on a fellow PC.
Oh, you don't remember how
Never
we acted.
I
underestimate
was
your
wrong.
players, Arthur.
I was wrong.
And I mean, if I can learn to talk with them, then maybe I can cast spells with my hands.
There's no vocal cords, they're just mouths.
Well,
Well, they screamed.
They scream.
They screamed. I'm saying they screamed just for the RP effect, but I feel like it's more just he screamed, they opened mouth, and he screamed again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe they just softly breathe. Yeah. He has to like ventriloquist.
Yeah.
So after Tim rejects the potion offer, he'll say, "I could also operate to remove them. In fact, I am most keen to preserve them."
I reckon we should go for this potion.
You will do no such thing, Umbra.
Kethra, I have questions.
Well,
I have questions too, Taska.
As this is happening, a blue blur
oh no.
like speeds out, and all around you, you all find in your hand a cup of steaming hot brown liquid, and someone just saying, "It makes everything better. Don't worry about it, okay?" Just disappears.
Tim sort of shrieks as it's placed into his hands, because obviously he's not used to trying to hold something while there's a massive beak in his hand, and it just sort of like crumbles and spills this boiling hot coffee into both of his new mouths.
Oh
He
no.
just shrieks and starts writhing on the floor.
As they spill into the mouth, they fall back. The liquid falls back out of the mouth.
Oh,
Doesn't go anywhere. Interesting.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Interesting. It still burns. But
Oh yeah, it's still hot
Yeah.
coffee.
interesting.
I'm just gonna crouch down and produce a sickle and say, "I insist you allow me to
A
remove."
sickle.
Fucking hell.
A sickle.
You mean
Yeah,
a
he-
scalpel?
No, he has a sickle.
Oh, you mean a
Has
sickle?
a
Okay.
actual
Yeah.
sickle.
What
Okay.
kind of surgeon are you?
I mean, that seems really excessive.
Umbra, put that away, or you're gonna go to the brig.
Umbra puts it away. I just wanted to make him.
Alarias, have you come down, or are you still at the helm?
Well, someone's got to drive.
Yeah, I have to.
I'm
yeah.
just double checking if you left the helm at all, or you just keep.
No,
yours.
no. I can't really leave
You
it.
can get Barry to.
Yeah, Barry's just doing some rigging if you want to shout at him, but yeah, it's up to you.
Come and join the drama, man.
I think it's pretty well covered there.
Yeah,
I'm
fair
just enjoying the sun outside.
Throwing the
A
rays.
wise man.
Yeah.
A very wise
I
man.
don't know about you, Captain, but if we get him to brew this potion and he has to drink it first to test it, and if it's safe, we give it to Tim.
Right, first of all, Umbra, let's go take you to the brig and we can discuss what the hell's gonna happen when we know you're not gonna do any more damage to the crew.
I obtained consent.
Gruzeel will draw his scimitar and point it towards Umbra. Captain's orders.
I have a delicate constitution.
Whoa. Well, then I guess you don't want to defy the captain's order, then.
Ah, no, very, very, very good, Captain. Very good.
And I guess we'll lead him to the brig.
He'll go along. He's Artificer, really.
So the brig is a very simple wooden cage with a door, very central. It's getting the light from the above decks, but that's about it. That's all it has.
Is Tim looking in considerable distress?
Yes.
Taska,
to
unless
ask.
anybody stops her, is going to go and heal him.
Thank you.
What are you casting?
By all means.
Healing word.
Are you reduced hit points at all, Tom?
I
we did
took
the
a
2,
little
didn't you?
damage. Yeah, I took the 2, so I'm on 16 out of 18, and I'll take the.
Could you roll the healing? But I believe you're probably gonna.
At minimum, it's like 2, isn't it?
I was gonna say you'll cover that too.
Okay, if I press cast on
Yeah,
on
so that
D&D
just
Beyond,
spends. That
will it make
spends.
it go?
It
No,
spends
no,
the
it's
slots.
just spends the slot. You still have to roll the dice.
Oh right. Okay, what do I roll?
I mean, to be fair, it's 1d4
I think
plus
it's a
2,
D4.
so you're going to heal 3 regardless.
so-
So
I'll roll
Yeah.
at least a 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
So I'm maxed out.
You're maxed back out. The hands are still there. The mouths, the beaks are,
Thank you.
are still on the hands.
Thank you, stranger.
What the? Right. Tim, tell me exactly what happened.
Are we all downstairs, by the way?
No,
No, the only person that in the brig with you is Gruzeel.
Okay.
Tim, tell me exactly what happened.
I trusted Umbra again.
Oh, see, that seems like a bad idea.
And
assure
I
you
see
I've
that's a
learned
bad
my
idea.
lesson.
Did you give? What did he? What actually? What happened? What? So you trusted him, and what happened?
I thought we were to split a brew. He said it would settle my nerves.
Okay.
And then it did this.
So,
Look at my hands.
My nerves
And
are
you-
ruined.
I mean, it freaked me out
Well, yeah.
personally.
How am I to fight?
it's okay. Tim. It's okay. Tim. We'll figure it out. Okay. So did Umbra gain any consent from you? Did you allow this brew?
Yes, I drank it.
And what did it look like? Did it look like a normal?
It looked
Brew.
like pulpy orange juice. That's really what I thought it was.
So Umbra tricked you.
Yes, it was a cruel trick.
Roll deception.
Me?
Yes.
That's true,
He
though.
did trick me.
You didn't know he was going to make
What
him
colour did you say the drink was?
Orange
Ash?
juice.
Or was it not orange?
It was orangey, dark orange.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I
orange.
thought it was purple.
No,
Sorry,
it was
carry
orange.
It was
Definitely orange.
gloopy orange.
Yeah, yeah.
on. Loopy orange. Okay, sorry. Apologies, carry
Maybe
on.
like
So-
maybe more like a smoothie.
More like a smoothie.
Yeah,
But yes,
but like
no,
a
no,
more-
that's fair enough. Carry on. Apologies. I was sure he said a different colour.
I think he would have drinking a purple drink.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Anyway, orange is a colour that Tim trusts.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I did trust.
Once trust.
So Umbra purposely decepted you, and he did this to you.
I'd like to point out, Umbra said he was reasonably sure.
Oh, I'm getting Tim's side of the story.
Oh, no, true. Okay, Umbra will say it later.
Yeah, Tim's incensed, really. He doesn't understand why Umbra would do this to him.
I feel a bit bad.
Poor Tim.
It's
All the things you could have used. The elixir.
oh, that's terrible. Taska, would you be comfortable looking after and comforting Tim for a bit? He's the one that got aged. from the thing before.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh shit, sorry. I have so many questions about your crew, Kethra.
If only we had time.
Am I going to regret coming with you on this trip?
If so, then I will pay you with a lot.
You'd better.
But we'll see what happens. Whew. Are you okay comforting Tim? Tim, this is Taska. She's my she's a long known friend of mine. She won't deceive you, at least. It's not in her nature.
I certainly have no power to do that. And she's like gonna gesture vaguely at poor Tim's hand.
If you could think of anything that can do it, that would be great, Castle.
Oh, sorry, go on.
She's just saying,
You can do an Arcana check if you want to.
Oh, can I? Ooh,
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
I will,
do,
yeah. She's gonna think. I will think about it. Is Arcana what I would roll then? Is this a
Yeah,
magical
it
bullshit?
seems like it's a magical effect. It's not usual for mouths to grow on hands.
No, that's true. Oh, hey, my dice like me today. That's an unnatural 20.
Okay,
I have-
you get the sense that this is almost attuned to a curse,
Yeah.
and you don't necessarily. I don't believe you know the spell, but you believe
many spells.
clerics and other such similar spellcasters could probably assist in dealing with this, but I don't think you yourself know the spell to remove curse.
No, I don't have remove curse.
I'll have it
Level
eventually.
3 spell anyway.
Yeah.
Surgery is the answer.
No, it really is.
Should we say, I think it would count as a curse.
Ooh,
I'd need a cleric.
I'm a cleric.
Tim starts just staring at his hands and chanting nonsense.
Tim, are you looking for guidance at all, or are you just chanting nonsense?
I think he's praying. 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't really put his hands together,
Right.
though.
No.
I'm
It's,
going
You can pray in many ways. You don't need your hands.
I'm going with curse knowledge with me to talk to Umbra, but I'll let the other. That's my purpose. is to
Tim, you hear in your head a gentle humming, and you feel Joylif with you, and you can tell she wants to help you, but she's too weak to do so.
and I can't press my hands together properly, otherwise the mouse will start kissing.
Yes, pretty much.
She
God.
whispers, "Use the sickle."
She's humming like a little girl would hum a nursery rhyme, and yeah, you can hear her, and she wants to help you, but it's a very soft tone. You can feel like there's not enough power in her for it yet.
I
What
have to live
is
with
it?
it now. But at least I know that a cleric can fix this, so I'm not letting Umbra near me because I can sort it myself.
Eventually.
I mean, you only have my word for it.
Yes,
I
but
trust
I've
Up
been,
to you.
I've been told I can trust you.
Tim's a very trusting kind of guy, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Tim is a very trusting kind of
It's like-
guy.
Like
No wonder he's
15 years old.
Oh, is he really?
He's only
Yeah,
young.
he's-
Well, he was 15 years old.
The Tortle equivalent of 15 years old.
Yeah, he's quite young. Mentally, he's quite young. His body has been
Yes.
Aged.
Or-
falsely aged.
Yeah.
Tim's been through it, man.
Terrible.
He seems to have been, yeah.
Can't
Poor
catch a
bloke.
break.
Poor bloke, he really can't.
Okay, what would everybody like to do next?
I guess I would be just standing guard, like spending the time locking him in the Umbra in the brig. Probably not saying too much to him, and just kind of waiting for Kethra to turn up.
It's up to you. You can shackle him within the brig. There are shackles available, or you can just leave him standing in the...
I'll leave him standing for now. He's under trial essentially at the moment. If
Have
he's
you-
found a
are-
criminal, then we'll.
Are you
we'll
going to
shackle him.
disarm him as well?
Has he got
Oh, the
weapons?
sickle's not.
I mean, he has the sickle.
It's
Oh
a
yeah,
medical-
yeah. I'll disarm him. Yeah, I'll take his sickle.
It's a medical implement.
Yes, well, unfortunately, your medical implements are quite dangerous.
Are you going to take his bag as well, or?
Yeah, I'll take it back. Yeah, because he's got exploding bloody potions in there.
Consider your equipment not with you,
Okay.
I would say, Umbra.
I'll put
Kethra,
it to the side though for now. I'll put it to the side, like sort of over here. I'll put it
Okay.
down.
Put it on maybe top of some barrels or
Yeah,
something.
like that. Yeah.
Okay, Kethra, you eventually make your way down and you see Umbra is in the cage, all his stuff is to the side of you, and Gruzeel is standing there, guard.
Umbra,
Greetings, Captain.
Umbra, you're gonna have to talk straight to me, otherwise you're gonna be off this ship without a boat.
Of course.
Did you give Tim an orange juice? that did you give Tim a potion, a potion that looked like an orange juice to deceive Tim?
No, I offered him a calming draught.
It doesn't seem very calm at the moment.
I was 60% sure it would calm him.
60.
Do you remember anything at the beginning of when I said you could be part of our crew, that you needed consent from the crew member and one of myself or Gruzeel? Do you remember that at all?
I believe I was only instructed to obtain consent from the crew member.
No, that's definitely not right, Umbra. You needed that, otherwise, because your experimentation like this can it's very bad for us. You know, Umbra. It's
Please accept my sincerest apologies. I must have misunderstood.
Umbra, apologies. It's going to do nothing to help Tim right now, is it not?
I will help Tim. I promise. I am filled with regrets over my actions.
Are you? Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
I don't. For some reason, the whispering doesn't help me believe.
Umbra, roll whatever roll makes most sense for that statement.
Yeah, I think Gruzeel will be rolling for this one as well, considering the situation. But
If you'd like to send me those privately, you might as well.
All right.
Just on Discord.
So many things.
This one is not.
Oh dear. Right.
If you got a nat 20, Haiss, I want to fucking kill you.
In danger of doing a check.
Okay. You get the sense that he's telling the truth.
Fucking bastard.
He's
Bastard.
genuinely sorry for his actions. He really did not mean it to end that way.
Well, okay, look. Captain, he seems genuine. I think we need to be a lot more stricter about these rules. Like, you know now, Umbra, you must get one of our extra consent on anybody you test on.
I will, of course.
And
you are not allowed to experiment on any of the crew at all.
Anyone you experiment on, you should be telling them, especially if you're fucking 60%, what the other 40% is, and let them make that decision.
I wasn't sure about the other 40%.
I think you should explain that, though. That you're only 60% sure it would calm his nerves.
Okay. Yes. I had not considered that.
Yes, clearly.
He just, like, as you're talking to him now, you definitely get the sense that he's just confused. He's not used to these rules.
He's definitely not used to these rules.
Well, I don't know about you, Captain, but why don't we just leave him in here overnight? Let him think about it, and then we'll let him out in the morning.
May I sleep in the morgue?
No.
No.
You can see the morgue, though. It's just there.
I'd feel more comfortable in the morgue.
That's why you're in the brig.
No, good point.
Umbra, I think we're gonna make sure that you only have your experimental equipment for when we know it's the right time for you to use them.
Only on the cadavers, yes.
So you're only going to be allowed to use it under supervision.
Ah, I understand.
But so you're not going to have them when you're not alone.
Ah,
You understand?
I need my pouch.
Not when you're alone, you don't.
Ah, I need the brain.
Oh, Jesus.
It will stay in the morgue.
Ah, I need to be near the brain at all times.
Why?
It's the brain of my master.
The morgue should be close enough, considering.
I mean, do you like lick it for good ideas? I mean, why do you need to be? Why do you need
It's
it?
not working.
I read in one of my journals that people in a coma can hear the voices of their loved ones.
They need ears. The brain doesn't have ears.
I like to think he can hear me anyway.
Well, he can hear you from the morgue.
I thought you were a surgeon.
I have many talents.
But a surgeon knows that a brain doesn't have ears.
I like being near the brain.
And with that, I'm just gonna say, well, you think on that, Umbra. And I'm gonna take the brain to the morgue, and
I'm assuming like that's just the pouch that's going to the morgue then.
yeah,
Okay.
All of it's going to the morgue, I think.
gonna put it all in the morgue. Gruzeel, do you have a lock for this?
No, but I can get one. I'm sure we have one lying around.
Yeah, I think it's good that we lock this morgue when it's not in use.
There isn't really one on there. That you can fashion one
Yeah.
probably over the day.
Yeah. I mean, even just like it's like a wood latch thing or whatever.
Yeah, like something simple you can comfortably do over the day.
Captain, I will not be much use without my potions.
It's okay. You're only going to need them when under supervision.
He will be my supervisor.
Well, we'll let that be decided upstairs. Because at the moment, I'm too angry to know.
Yeah, you don't really want her to shoot you, really.
I see.
She has that tendency. Those aren't for show. I've seen them used.
I'm going to leave Umbra in the brick.
Alarias, just around this point, you see land ahead,
Okay.
and you hear like the bell begin to ring from the crow's nest, and
Is there anyone else on deck?
Elena's basically shouting down land ahead. Berry's run up to the forecastle on the top deck, which is a front bow, and he's looking out to it, and he's sort of pointing over to where it is.
Where are we
What
on
do you do?
Oh, by the way,
Um,
Captain. Who's the lizard lady?
That's Taska. She's a good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
We go way back. She's pointing us to some land. Hopefully that's what the bell is. For us to bury this your friend Aramil, so we can set him to right.
That'd be good. I think you'll like that. What he'll do actually on his way up, he'll go into the store, I guess.
Yeah.
And he'll get he'll probably go to the kitchen, ask Tiff for an empty bottle, and then go to one of the barrels and fill the bottle with ale. And he's going to take that with him to the thing.
Tiff zips up to your hand, basically plants the bottle on you and carries on doing what he's doing.
So he's gonna go down to one of the barrels in the storeroom that's full of ale and fill the bottle with ale and put it in his bag.
Cool.
Obviously seal the bottle. But yeah.
Seal the bottle. That's fair.
Yep.
Good. I figured you would. I wouldn't be that cruel. So Alarias, you've been told where the land is. Are you navigating towards it?
Yeah. Based on the map, do I know this is land I've been before, or is this new land?
Roll a history check.
Let there be secrets on the land.
Oh, 16.
Just looks like another sort of beachy, small strip of land. You may have stopped here once or twice before just to get on the beach, maybe have a day off the wooden bows of the ship, but not really sure.
Refill the water, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just a day. But you can't be sure if it was this island or not. It's very generic.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'll keep going. Keep going ahead. Go towards land.
Can you roll survival to see if you can comfortably... I mean, actually, just roll a general... I mean, it does kind of make sense to be a wisdom one, in a sense. Yeah, do a wisdom check. Just general. Unless you have proficiency in sea vehicles.
No.
Yeah, just roll.
That's a 2. Oh no, that's 6. Sorry, 6.
6.
Not much better.
I mean, it's a harsh weighing of anchor. Not great, and you're quite far away from the land, but it'll do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's probably safer.
I mean, I'm so glad it wasn't a 2.
If you bang my boat up, I will not be impressed.
I mean, you
Where's your
definitely
boat?
hear your boat thud into the back of this ship because
Being
of the
towed.
sudden stop.
Looks like we're
He's
stuck.
not a navigator.
No, it's entirely fair.
We're all doing odd jobs.
Yeah, Taska's been like sat with Tim because he seems upset.
But
Yeah,
yeah, all
it's
of you note that the ship has come to a halt very suddenly.
I hope we didn't crash, says Taska.
I don't hear it running water into the ship. I sense it's a good sign.
Yeah, but are you sure we haven't run aground?
That's a different sound. It's okay. There's a lot more
I wouldn't put
screaming.
it past your lookout.
There's a lot more screaming upstairs.
Very true.
I'm sure Umbra wouldn't be happy about getting wet downstairs either.
You could probably do with a cooling off.
Also, Taska, while you're here,
Yes.
Gruzeel,
Beginning to regret being here.
Gruzeel, do you still have that notebook that you couldn't read? Because
Alarias had it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Alarias had it.
Taska looks
in.
interested. A mystery.
Basically, there's a book with a language that I don't know, Gruzeel doesn't know, Alarias doesn't know, and just a different set of eyes. You know, it was from the elf that we're burying.
Okay. I can have a look. I've seen a lot of old languages and stuff.
Sweet. I'm gonna go and ask Alarias and tell Taska's good with languages.
Taska's gonna say to Tim, I'm gonna go up top to check they haven't managed to knock a hole in my boat. You coming?
Yes, I shall join you. I have things to say to the captain.
Yeah,
He's calmed
Taska's
down a
gonna
little bit.
Taska's gonna go and peer over the back of the ship just to check that the abrupt stop hasn't knocked a hole in her boat.
Your boat's okay. It looks like it maybe like one of the sides is slightly bent in a bit, but nothing's cracked. Nothing's overly dented. It seems like it just
Cosmetic damage, as it were.
cosmetic. Yeah, cosmetic
Bend the
damage.
bender, as they say.
Mm. Absolutely. Okay. Are you relinquishing the notebook, Alarias?
I will, but I'll give the captain a warning, and I'll just say, listen, this book is quite dangerous. I tried comprehend languages, one of my many spells, and the notebook attacked me. Vines coming out, scraping my hands. I almost
How
died.
did it attack you?
So
Yeah.
she can read it, but at her own peril. I mean, I don't know this snake woman, so
Lizard.
I'm a lizard. Snakes
Yeah,
have
but-
got less legs.
Yeah, snakes don't have legs.
Jabs.
She's not a 1T after all.
What?
Taska, do you open it up?
She'll have given that she's been warned that it might try and bite her or shoot vines at her or whatever, she's going to give it a careful looking over before she opens it.
Roll investigation.
Okay. Where's my d20 gone to? Investigate. Oh, I've got a plus to this. Nat 20.
Wow.
Hey!
This book
Plus 3.
looks
20.
very old, and you can definitely tell there's some arcane magic on it, but further than that, you feel the sense that a druid left its mark on this book.
Is there any writing on the outside?
There is not. There is, however, seemingly in the binding, you can see very thinly inlaid, usually where string would be to connect pages, vines.
Nice.
Yeah, she's gonna take it quite carefully, and she's handling it quite carefully so as to make sure that the claws on her hands don't like scratch it or damage it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna give it a serious, like, detailed looking over without opening it.
Looks very old, very worn. It's leather bound generally, with the corners definitely bent back slightly
Someone's used this book
from
a
wear and
lot.
tear. Someone's been using that book a lot.
Be like,
This is the notebook, isn't it? Not the spell book.
No, no, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
notebook. Just double check.
And we'll, carefully, like, open it up.
As you
She's
open
holding it. She's holding it very carefully, given that she's been warned that it might attack her. She's holding it in the kind of way that she can drop it easily.
Okay. You gently open it, and you see. So I've sent it to you on Discord. This text, and your first sort of skim read, you think, "What is this?" And then, I mean, without investigation as well, like after a minute or two, you're like, "Oh, this is Druidic," but in a very different hand to what you're used to. It's almost like it's almost like seeing or hearing someone with a Spanish accent say a sentence in English and then an English person say a sentence in English. To you, it's the same language, but there's definitely accents that are different. So it takes you a minute or two to read through to realize what it's actually saying. And that is this.
Suspense.
That is cool.
You can tell it's a diary. Where there are dashed lines, it's new entry.
Yeah, she's gonna open it, sort of look at it, look somewhat uncertain, like tilt her head. It's the language of druids. It's probably why your spell didn't work.
Oh.
Crafty buggers.
I mean, that
Is-
makes
is
sense.
that-
I
is that-
suppose Aramil was a druid.
Is that a good thing?
Oh, I can read it.
I take that as a good thing. I'll look to Gruzeel. I take that as a good
Yeah,
thing.
he's definitely like leaned in now. He's got more, what's the word I'm looking for? Engaged. That makes sense. Awaiting a translation. Eager. That's the word I was looking for.
If you have pen and paper, I can transcribe it for you.
Oh yeah, he'll have
It's a
some.
diary.
Yeah, he has parchment and stuff on him.
So
It's a diary. She's gonna say. He's trying to fix something.
What? Like a shield, or like
No.
faces,
Hang on.
or
Hang on. I'll write it out for you, and then you can. I'll write it out for you, and then you can. This might mean a lot more to you than it does to me.
maybe.
If you knew him, And she's going to look at Gruzeel
Ah.
questioningly.
Yeah, I got you for like 2 weeks. He's from the same world that I'm from.
Isn't
Yeah.
everyone from the same world?
No.
It's a long story.
See,
It just
I was from a
While
base
this is
squad.
happening, by the way, in the background, Perry is getting the longboat ready for departure because he knows that you guys want to go to the island. So he's getting that all set up for you.
Good one, that Barry.
Yeah.
So I won't RP it, but Gruzeel's going to go through a very lengthy explanation of the fact that he came from Chrysia and then he somehow got teleported here.
Fair enough.
I won't go
She's
through
going
it.
to look at you with the kind of expression that someone gets when you're telling them something that sounds like bullshit, but they have no reason to actually disbelieve you.
Yeah, but you can imagine it's sort of in Gruzeel's speech, you know, the way he's explaining it.
Mm.
But I won't.
Okay.
I've done it before. I won't repeat it.
Nothing will stop you from inscribing this, Louise. So what I'm going to do
Yeah. She
is
will.
I'm just going to put it on the chat.
Yeah, put it on the chat or like as a handout on Roll20 or something.
ooh.
Oh, finally, can read it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to read that.
I got a frozen Arthur.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing from him.
You got a dead off.
It's in the thing, but yeah, I'll read that in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, that's an after session thing.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a long read. Is there
That's
any
sweet.
other thing that? Because obviously we can't really do much until we've read that. I guess it'd be weird to react, to do stuff after.
I'm trying to decide whether Tim will go with you guys to the island or not.
Oh, how is Tim doing now? Is he?
He's just he's sad, but will take any. If anyone sort of tries to engage him, he's sort of muttering about smashing up Umbra's brain and stuff like that.
Oh dear.
Are you okay, Tim?
I will be. We just need to find a more experienced cleric than I.
Okay, well, this is awkward. My laptop just blue screened.
Oh.
Dear.
Oh no!
It's fine. It's come back on now. I think it must have just overheated. But for expediency, did that text just get on Discord or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got it.
we just probably what we'll probably do is read it outside of session.
Okay. Basically, at this point, Barry sort of comes up to you all and goes, "All right. Well, it's ready for you. You want to still go to the island?
Yeah, we'll.
Yes, good work, Barry. Very good initiative there.
Thank you, Gruzeel. Aims, please."
Just to
That
let you
you
know,
do.
just let you know, Barry. Umbra's done some illegal experimentation on Tim here, and so he's in the brig.
Look at my hands.
Yeah, don't drink anything Umbra gives you.
So Umbra's
I
currently in the
wasn't
brig.
gonna-
Umbra's currently in the brig, just so you know.
Yes.
I mean, that's fair enough. I was going to ask, actually, Captain, can I do you mind if I come with you?
Don't see why not. This is moored, isn't it? So, or anchored. It's not going anywhere.
Well, if you're doing what I think you're doing, I've well, it's I don't know if any of you know, but I actually like to sing, and it seems solemn and unfair to a soul to not allow their funeral to end in song.
It's cute.
That's I would enjoy that very much, Barry.
It's mighty honourable. of
I
you,
wouldn't trust him.
Let's hope you can sing well, Barry.
I'm sure you can.
I hope so.
What do you mean you hope so?
Well,
Gotta be more confident than that, Barry.
I haven't had any complaints so far.
if the worst thing, we'll all sing together.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I'm not really a good singer, you see, with the, you know.
Gruzeel, I know you got a raspy singing voice.
Yeah. So, bah.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Save it for the save it for the pyre, Gruzeel.
Okay.
Who gets the body?
I'll get the barrel.
What's the body in the barrel?
I'm the only one who knows where
No,
it
you
is.
don't.
So
Okay.
Is the
No, no, ask.
body in a barrel to hide
Ask
it
IC.
from Umbra?
No, he put it in a barrel.
Ask IC
No.
why it's in a barrel. Ask.
No, OCO want to know why.
They,
Ask IC.
I'll get, so I've got the barrel.
Okay, if you turn up with a barrel, I would absolutely ask, is the body...
The only one who knows where the barrel is.
you put it behind the armory.
Yeah, but as in, like, I see him, the only one who knows.
You put it there, so you.
I know. I'm saying I'm the only one who knows.
Oh
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, if you turn up with a barrel, Taska is absolutely going to ask.
It's another one of Umbra's
Umbra's fine ideas.
terrible ideas.
Which was...
Well, they kind of
I'm not
folded
gonna-
him. They folded him in half and put him in a barrel of wine.
It's a bit more than half.
Apparently, broke 80% of his bones in the process.
It's
That
a very
doesn't seem very
desecrated body.
respectful.
I was
Yes.
convinced this was the only way to preserve the cadaver.
Yes. There's a
That
reason
is the problem.
There's a reason why Umbra is where he is in the brig right now. It's not the first case of badness. But
Okay.
we'll do what we can.
Okay. So, just quickly, because I don't think I have all of you for this.
Got the barrel, setting it up in the boat to go over.
Will this boat take us all? I don't know how many
Yes.
these fit.
You can fit 8 in a longboat.
Oh, cool.
8. And how many would we take? 1, 2, 3.
You're gonna have to go in between. Sorry, I can't reach across to the map I need to go to.
That's a...
Jesus.
Did I just see
Nothing.
Oh, hey,
You
sir.
saw nothing.
That's good.
You saw nothing.
No!
Oh, that's alright.
What did we see?
So my old character was briefly with us.
Yeah.
Saw nothing.
You also saw a little bit of a Zyril from the.
Well, Umbra's in the brig.
So he's not coming.
Yeah,
He's
I'll
not coming.
I'll skip the the session while Umbra's ruminating on what he's done.
Okay, so you reach the island. There are enough trees here to build a pyre. Do you get on building?
Yeah.
Okay. You build the pyre.
Take the body out of the barrel.
You take the body out of the barrel and prepare it on the pyre. And twilight begins to take the sky. And there is a soft red glow in the night. And
Before they light the pyre, Gruzeel's going to pour the ale over Aramil.
oh, cute. So who lights the fire?
Would we take? Would we put his like shield and staff with the pyre as well?
Makes sense.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think that seems right.
Gonna keep his stuff.
I mean, you can't, Alarias. You can.
Actually, no. In respect to him, I'll put this stuff.
There's also a nude dwarf on the staff, so I don't know if you actually want that.
Female
Yeah,
nude staff.
it should be burned.
You don't know what kind of things Alarias is into.
But he's racist. I don't think he'd go for a dwarf.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe it's a
true.
secret fetish.
That's true, yeah.
He's guilty about it because he doesn't like it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Vile.
Anyhow, back to the game.
On a more respectful note, Tim requests to light the pyre
Okay, Tim, so you light the pyre.
as a sort of penance.
So it takes you a second to kind of... how are you lighting the pyre, out of curiosity?
With respect.
As in, are you using magical fire? Are you
I
using...
don't actually know if I have magical fire. Give me 1 second.
You must have.
You probably have a
set the
tinder
flame.
box at least.
Yeah, we'll go torch or something.
Well, that's what I mean, like...
I don't have any magical fire, to be fair.
I don't have any magical
It'd
fire.
be weird for. Yeah.
Sacred
I've got a
flame?
candle. I've got a candle. We're good.
Candle? Do it with a candle? That's
Ooh.
kind of sweet.
Have sacred flame. No, I
I
got
would,
rid of
I would
sacred-
allow sacred flame in this instance.
rid of it.
I think Sacred Flame is radiant damage?
Yeah, I know, but I would allow it in this
Oh,
instance.
okay. Alright.
It depends how warm the radiant damage is.
Well, I have Word of Radiance. No, that's not respectful at all.
Okay, how about we go with a candle?
The candle. I use.
Candle probably
I
easiest.
just
Okay,
jab
so,
the candle into the
So you light the candle, and it flickers as it gets near to the pyre, and you gently.
We have Alarias, though. Does he know magical fire?
Oh yeah, he's always using firebolts.
You
Some-
said you were
some-
going to light the pyre.
You said you wanted to light the pyre.
Perfect.
Fine.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, so you gently light the base of the pyre, and Berry begins singing. And I put that in the Discord chat.
I was hoping for you to sing then.
Oh,
So
That would have
hoping.
been hilarious.
I am
So hoping.
nowhere near
Give us
that
one
good.
line.
you got it, man.
No. Maybe another song. One of the shanties I actually know.
That's cute. I like it.
So he's begun to sing. The fire is beginning to envelop the entire pyre. And as the flames grow, the night dims. Stars twinkle above you. There is a sudden breeze and cold in the air that is then washed away by the heat. As you look on as the embers burn and Berry continues to sing, you see this. You have buried him with the staff, haven't you? You
Yeah.
see his body enveloped in flame, and you see the shield catch, the staff catch. And as it all burns away, this, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Sonny, this rod of metal, seemingly hidden within the staff,
Yep.
is slowly heating to a red glow.
Oh no.
As
Navarite.
he begins, as the pyre begins to turn to ash, you notice it actually burns a lot faster than you would expect, and the pyre begins to crumble in on itself very gently. And ash bursts out and floats away. You see a gentle green glow emanate from the core of his body as it sinks into the dirt. What would you like to do?
Tim's gonna sit and watch in respectful silence.
Yeah, I think, Gruzeel would probably sort of sit cross-legged on the sand and just probably watch in silence until someone actually moved him. Like,
Kethra will murmur a elvish prayer and in silence to herself. Just to say, like, off to the winds. Something to
Okay.
that sense.
That everybody?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taska's just watching quietly. She's
Fine.
like a bit back from everybody else, like, because this isn't really her thing.
Okay. On the winds, Taska, you hear a whisper of a familiar voice. I have found a treasure. Come north.
Sounds like
And-
bad news.
For the rest of you, the fire begins to dim and the night is fully taken upon the sky. The moon glows a bright white. And we shall end the session there.
Quick question: What happened to the
Sick.
Navarite? Is it just melted?
Yeah. You'll find out. It's
It was
currently
glowing.
crumbled in
It's
the
still
center.
glowing. Okay.
Pyre is generally not hot enough to melt steel or
I'd,
melt
pi-
melt metal.
Yeah.
I'd
in
pick
general.
up.
It may well be hot enough to melt. It's something that burns long and hot enough to burn an entire human, well, elvish body. Is a very strong fire indeed. Like people are wet, like they're damp. They don't burn easily.
True.
So it probably at least damage. I mean, I don't actually know the qualities of the metal in question, but
Oh yeah, for sure I agree. It's not going to be the same. You wouldn't expect it to be the same, at least.
We'll end the session there.
Okie dokie.
Next time on our adventures.
hey.
Excellent.